Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Conspiracy is a neat little pressure luck little card game about building a pyramid and scoring as many points as possible. For some bizarre or unknown reason, it's set in the Abyss universe, which I have to admit I'm not the biggest fan of. I've said for years people go crazy over the artwork. Well, I can tell the artwork is very well done. It's not pleasing or appealing to me, and it was kind of an abstract game itself, and here again, I don't really feel like I ever enter the universe. Matter of fact, when I play this game, the artwork in the universe kind of goes away, and it's all just about the powers and the colors and the set collecting and etc. that you'll be doing during the game. On your turn, you choose how many cards you want to draw, you can play them, or you can play cards from your discard pile, which is very, very interesting. But really, it's all about just building this pyramid up and how the cards are going to interconnect. You want cards to score based on colors being assigned to them, side by side and contingent. Also, you're going to have the cards you play are going to give you little powers or items or things as you play them. So always kind of a push and pull about, do I want to do this or do I want to do that? How's this going to score for me? So you're constantly kind of doing that math in your head. This is one of those games that a lot of people find appealing. In my written review, people were commenting on, this is one of my favorite games. I could totally see it. It never hooked me in. I liked it. I didn't love it. Reminds me of a game called Viceroy. I kind of like Viceroy a little bit better, although there's very, very similar games to me. There's a few differences in the games, but you're still kind of building that pyramid as you're going, and the cards are interconnected and doing the powers. That's all kind of the same. I think I like that one better than Conspiracy, although this one's very small, very packed. If you want to travel, this is the one to take with you. The artwork, if it's appealing to you, then this is the one you want to choose. At the end of the day, I didn't love either of them, and I picked Viceroy over this one, and that's why this one is going to be a Purge. This one has good pressure luck, nice artwork in it. The decisions you're making are very interesting, and you're always kind of unsure of what the best avenue to go down is. If you have somebody with analysis paralysis, I think they could take too long on a turn just trying to compute all that math in their head. But if you just kind of go with the flow, I think the game has a good flow to it and works brilliantly, and it's two-player only. Conspiracy, one of those games I'm surprised I didn't like more than I did. Maybe at some point I'll come back to it and I'll like it more, but for now, it's a Purge. I'm going to keep Viceroy. Here's Conspiracy, which is the Abyss universe, I guess. It comes in a 10, which is okay in this small. I don't mind 10s as much as other people do. You're going to get some square cards. The first one will track the pearls, and the rest of these will be your lords, and they have different underwater creatures with icons and stuff. These don't have any kind of finish on them. I don't really like these cards, to be honest. You're going to get a little deck of location cards, which are really, really small, but you can see the locations kind of repeat a little bit. Same thing over and over again. You're going to get a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes, and you're going to get some little tokens. These are really small, guys. I'm not real crazy about these. I always just put them right back in. The tin is fine. I'm not crazy about the components. Some people really like this artwork. I think it's beautiful, but it's not appealing to me. Here's the rulebook. You can see a picture of the factions on the front. You're going to have a little bit of contents. It breaks down on the card a little bit here. Then that game setup right there kind of shows you how to do things. Then a quick overview. This is pretty much all you need to play the game. Then it'll break it down. It's a full example. You can see pictures, etc. as you're going through. And you can see there's plenty of examples with pictures kind of showing you how to do everything. And the scoring breakdown, etc. Very, very good. The last couple of pages are going to be the icons you're going to have in the game. I wish there was a player aid versus just having to pass this around. The font is very, very small. I had to have help reading some of this. I'm not elderly. I don't wear glasses. But this back of this, you're going to need good lighting in order to read it. So this little card is going to track the pearls. Whoever's leading this pearl right here will track whoever has the most. Will get this, which will be 5 victory points at the end of the game. To set the game up, you'll shuffle the location deck, and one card will come out. And then you'll shuffle up the rest of the Lord deck. On your turn, you can do one of two things. The first thing you do is draw 1, 2, or 3 cards off the top of the deck. So let's say I want to draw 3. I would pick out which one I want. I would put it into my pyramid, and the rest of these 2 will come over in a discard pile by color. And let's say the next person did the same thing, and you 1, 2, or 3. They were going to play this card, this purple card, this would go in a discard, and then the 2 blues would go together. The second option you have, instead of drawing from the top of the deck, is you can take one of all the colors. So I could take this purple guy and add him in, or I could take the 2 blues and add those in. Now, there's a few things you want to look at. So when you take a new color, what you're going to do is you're going to take that color. So when I take that, I put this token on it. It just signifies that this is the highest card of that value. This one's 3 that I have of this faction. So whatever has the coat of arms on it, I am going to score those points at the end of the game. So out of the blue ones here, the 4 is higher than 1, so it's going to get the coat of arms. Once again, that's just to tell you that I'm going to score these 2 cards and this one is not. Now, the cards are also going to have different powers at the bottom of them. So this one has pearls, so you just be adding your pearls up. Now you're only tracking who has the most pearls. So if I have 3 and the person has 2, they don't grab the 5-point token from me until they have more. You also have these keys on the bottom of them. If you get 2 silver keys or 2 gold keys, or if I didn't have a silver and a gold, whatever one I get next. So when you have 3, I can take locations. They work the same way. You can take one of the face-up ones, or I'll draw 0, 1, 2, or 3 from the deck. Pick which one I want. Say I want this one. Other 2 go in the discard pile for other people to choose on a previous turn. Then I would cover up the key, signifying that we're making a new one. So when you're buying these cards, you have to play them in order as a pyramid. I'll play 5, then a row of 4, then a row of 3. The other way to score, I've showed you, is the top, the locations, having the most pearls. And the last one is, if my pyramid is done, that's going to trigger the end of the game. Everybody will have one more turn. And then whatever your largest connection of cards. So for example, let's say I had a purple here, and I had a purple here. I have 3 purples in a row, and I only have 2 blues, and the other colors don't have anything matching it. So I would get 3 points for each card connecting. So 3, 6, 9. These wouldn't score at all. Once you score up all your victory points, whoever has the most is the winner of the game. Who should buy this game? You're looking for a nice 2-player card game with some set collection and building this pyramid up, pressing your luck in it. There's a lot here to like. Even though something doesn't hook me, I can always say, you know, I don't really particularly like that movie. I don't want to see it again, but I understand why people like it. This is one of those cases. I can clearly see why this is a more popular game. But then again, it did bomb. Then again, it was overproduced, where you see a lot of copies of this going around fairly cheaply. So I don't know where it hit in the universe financially, but it didn't strike a chord with us. And for that reason, it'll be a purge.